stage, Mike Zakarian.
Good morning. What's up, party people? I love the idea of the podcast people just, not being able to see that I was taking a sip of coffee, but just hearing, All right, who do we got in the streets? We got, excuse me. We have Sneeps up in here. We the people, Jimmy Peacock from the West Coast Pros. We got Stubbs here, the Common Man, DJ Local, Federico, Shiggins is here, Keepers here, Cameron Quidler, Martans, 3DH, Boston Bass in the house, Boutavine, Snoop a Loop. Gang's all here. Listen, we're still firing up giveaways. That's what we're doing. We're still going to give away every single trade ticket I got. Ooh, we got Julius Andres here. Josh Ness is here. Good to have everybody here. Let's do it. Let's like the stream, right? Let's get some eyeballs up in this show, huh? Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag sleepers into the chat. Speaking of sleepers, how about that NCAA tournament game last night, huh? I don't know how many of you guys stayed up. I did. I watched most of the game. I started to doze a little bit, and then all of a sudden, San Diego State, those Aztecians, went on a nice little run, made it a 6-point game, and then UConn shut it down. It is kind of wild. Like UConn is in Storrs, Connecticut, famous Storrs, right? So Storrs, Hartford area. I wouldn't say it's a destination area. It's a pretty small school, and it's pretty wild that this is like a basketball powerhouse. So anyways, congrats to all you Husky heads, those Husky fans. Big W there. All right. This is what we're going to do today. There's no basketball to recap. All right. I actually had a nice morning. I didn't have to get up. I did have to get up, but I didn't have to get up. I didn't have to watch these 10-minute versions of every basketball game that happened. I was able to ease into the day, eased into the day, which was nice, which was good. But it occurred to me around 7:45 a.m. that I needed to find something to talk about. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to look at the NBA Top Shot 50 because I think there's some fun. And even if you're not a Top Shot fan, it's fun to take a look at who the NBA PA, the fans, the top shotters decided were the top 50 players in the league. And we can laugh about some of them. Only a few of them, though. Most of them made sense. And then I also want to take a look at the finals odds. I want to look at the finals odds because I think I think it's pretty wide open. I think, the Bucks clearly the favorite and then the Celtics right behind them. But I think it's kind of wide open. And there's a lot of different news that came out regarding some other stuff that we'll talk about. But a couple of things to plug here as we get started. So if you are a So Rarian, if you're a So Rarehead, at 5 p.m. Eastern, so it's a half hour earlier than normal. I know normally our live before lock shows are at 5:30. But hey, it's on Tuesday, okay? My Tuesday schedule is different than my Monday schedule. So 5 p.m. Eastern, TST is going to be back. We'll have Ghost and our man George from the Swingman Pod. Sorry, we're gonna do a quick little mental health here because I gotta cough out some stuff. Whew, sorry, that was tough. Julius was saying, where can you find the list? I'll drop a link here in a second. But yeah, so we'll be at 5 p.m. George from the Swingman Pod is going to jump on. We're going to have a good time. So that's 5 o'clock. And then at 7 p.m., I believe it's 7 p.m. Eastern, our man Sneeps is going to have his friend Mitch back on the show. They're going to do a little playback for tonight's basketball action. So there's a link in the show notes to playback. I'll actually drop the link into the chat right now so that you can see it just in case you don't want to leave the show notes. But playback is free. You just sync it up to whatever you watch basketball on. It's a good hang. We usually give away some stuff. So come hang, baby. There he is. There's Sneeps. Sneeps is going to be hosting it. So that's for today's action. I'm not going to cover the rest of the week. I don't feel like it. That's what we got going on today. Remember, like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag sleepers into the chat for a giveaway. So listen, I will let the community decide. Would you like to start with NBA sleepers right now? Would you like to go into playoff finals odds? Or would you rather start with the NBA Top Shot 50? I will let you decide. Because this is going to be fun. We're going to have fun little convos around this. Playback will be live at 7:45. Thank you, Sneep. Sorry, I forgot. We're at the TN Well, my screen just went black. That was wild. Wow. I hope I'm back. I hope I'm back. All right, let's see. All right, this is pretty close. Julia's saying cute dog in the back. Yeah, we get a Bandy sighting. Am I back? Am I back, guys? I'm back, right? All right. I'm saying we seem pretty split here. NBA, not a lot of people are voting. Top 50 or NBA sleepers. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? That was wild. That just like went down. That Wi-Fi just went down. All right, we're going to start the sleepers. We'll start with the sleepers, then we'll go back to the Top Shot stuff. So here we go. I'm going to go over to FanDuel to just look at the odds. We'll look at the odds over here. And so, clear it right. Excuse me. We're down bad this morning. We get a lot of stuff up in here. So we get the Celtics at minus 240. Bucks at minus 240. Celtics at minus 360. There's not a lot of meat on those bones. I don't think the Bucks being the favorite, the Celtics. It is interesting that the top two favorites are in the same conference. After that, though, what I thought was interesting is the Suns have moved to plus 500. They are now the favorite to come out of the West. The favorite, and like by a sizable amount over the Nuggets. And of course, that moved once KD came back. I don't think there's a lot of meat on that either. And I do think the Suns are the favorites, but like to say that the 4 seed, who will only have home court advantage in that first round, is plus 500 to win the whole thing, not even to come out of the West, to win the whole thing. That seems a little wild to me. So I don't know. I'm staying away from that. I think it's fine to stay away from the Nuggets. I wanted to talk about the Golden State Warriors here, plus 1,000, who, listen, I am the first one to tell you that I've been off on the Warriors this season. The Warriors right now, too, like looking at their schedule, right, they are currently in the actually, I'm going to pull up the standings, too, so we can bounce back and forth here, because the Warriors don't have an easy path. No one has an easy path in the West. We can just say that. No one's got an easy path. But the Warriors right now, just a couple games left, are fighting to stay out of the play-in game. But I do think the news that our friend and colleague Andrew Wiggins has returned to the team. He's not going to play today, but it sounds like he's going to be back this week. That does change their outlook a little bit, because that's been the common conversation. Is they were like, well, they're missing their second or third best player. Well, he's back now. And now, granted, he hasn't played basketball since January or February or whatever it was. But if Golden State stays in that 6 seed, I mean, they got to get through the Kings. And then the next matchup would be the winner of the Grizzlies or like Lakers, or Grizzlies or Pelicans. And that, I wouldn't say it's an easy path to the finals, or to the Western Conference Finals, but it's an easier path. And then, listen, we could talk about championship pedigree, right? Championship pedigree, a team defending its title that has like a top 10 player of all time on their squad against a bunch of teams that aren't there yet. So when you look at parity and mediocrity within the Western Conference, and you're looking at the odds, like, to me, the Suns and the Warriors both have the same odds. Like, in my mind, I mean, obviously don't have the same odds, but in my mind, it's just as likely to see the Suns go on a run as it is to see the Warriors go on a run. And yet, the Warriors are plus 500 difference between the Warriors and the Suns. And so I don't know. I think that is a little intriguing. I also think, now let's scroll down one more. Memphis Grizzlies are plus 2,000. Plus 2,000. And we've seen what Memphis has done this entire, and like, I get it. The Memphis storyline. Actually, you know what I want to mess around with? What does this look like? Hold on. Oh, no, I didn't do it. What does this look like? Yeah, that's kind of fun, huh? Isn't that kind of fun? Can I edit this in real time? What if I move myself up? Let's do this. Let's update it. Oh, look at that, dude. Now we're vibing. Now we're vibing. We're moving. Dude, shout out StreamYard, baby. Shout out StreamYard. Okay, we the people said, do you think it would benefit the NBA as a whole if a team that has never won before won it? We the people, that's an interesting conversation. That's not that I don't think that helps it this year, but maybe long term it does. I think more people tune in if you see if Steph Curry's in the finals. You know what I mean? I think more people tune in if it's like Steph versus Celtics, Steph versus Giannis, than if it's like Memphis. But who knows? Who knows? Top Shot comment says Vegas knows Grizz are soft. And listen, Top Shot Common Man, being a Mavericks fan, knows exactly what soft looks like. So, so the Grizzlies being plus 2,000 though to me is a little bit interesting. So they like bad vibes all year, right? And then somehow they just stopped losing. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They're 20 games over 500. They are in the 2 seed. And like, listen, they're going to be playing one of the Lakers, the Pelicans, the Wolves, or the Thunder. The Grizzlies are beating all of those teams in the first round, except for maybe the Lakers. I don't know. The Lakers are now getting a little frisky. Let's actually talk about the Lakers here for a second. Oh, whoa. And then I take it away. Holy crap. Let's talk about the Lakers for a second. Let's actually go look at their FanDuel odds. So the Lakers are plus 3,000. Yes or no? Do you believe in the Lakers? Do you believe in the Lakers making a run? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Oh, actually, can I do polls? I'm going to do a poll. Here we go. We'll start a poll. We don't do polls enough. Do you believe the Lakers can win the West? That's what we'll say. Yes. Is it yes or it's no? It's hot or it's cold. It's Katy Perry. All right, there we go. I put it in the chat. Look at us doing polls, dude. This is oversubscribed money at work. Speaking of which, you should tune into Live Before Lock because we're gonna have some fun in there. All right. The only thing that sucks is I can't see the poll in StreamYard. So I'll look at what's the poll doing here. Now I don't even see the poll. Is the poll in there? Can you guys see the poll? Huh. Can you guys see the poll? Why can't I see the poll? Where is the poll? All right, it is in there, but I can't find it. Where are you? This is hilarious that I can't see the poll. What is going on? Top of the chat? Oh, man, but I can't find it. I can't find it. Where are you, Paul? This is hilarious. Actually, maybe I got to do this. What if I do theater mode? Oh, there we go. 52. Okay, now I can see it. Now I can see it. All right, so 52% say no, 54% say no. I feel like Wojnacki or whatever that dude's name is on MSNBC. It's almost 50-50. All right. So if you think if it is, yeah, Lakers are mildly scary, says Wet Like I'm Book. So I'm having a tough time figuring out how I feel about the Lakers. I really am. We all invested in a YouTuber you invested in an influencer. That's what you invested in, Shiggins. Steve Kornacki. That I was confusing it with the Apple dude and the dude from Monsters Inc. Yeah, I don't know what to do with the Lakers. And this is what I would say, though. Like, for 52% of you that believe they can win the West, you want to talk about sleepers. The Lakers are plus 3,000. So if you really do think they can come out of the West, man, let it rip. I will say, I don't think I believe in any of the Eastern Conference teams outside. Like, the Sixers at plus 1,000, I feel like they should be I think they should be higher than that. Maddie said, can win the West? You mean like 10%? Yeah. I would say like, because all I'm saying is at plus 3,000, if you really do think they can come out of the West, those are great odds. Those are great odds. I think they can, like, I think the Lakers can win a series, right? If the Lakers get matched up in the 6th seed as against the Kings or even against the Grizzlies, or hell, maybe they're an 8th seed and they upset the Nuggets. I think they can win a series. But I don't know if the Lakers can win 4 series. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the Lakers can beat Denver on the road and then go ahead and beat the Suns on the road, because that is their path, right? Their path right now is if they are the 8th seed, they would have to go through Denver and Phoenix to get through. Denver, Phoenix, and then another one, right? Yeah, and then like whoever is in the 2 seed, like Memphis or whatever it is, right? However, if they get the 6th seed and then they got to take on the Kings and then the winner of the 2-7 matchup, I don't know. But yeah, I just don't think they can win that many consecutive games. Let me go back to the poll here. I'm going to end the poll. Hold on one second. Here we go. So it ended with 67% said no, 33% said yes. There you go. But I think like the main point about looking at these sleepers, as I kind of agree with Shiggins, they can because the West isn't that good. The West isn't that good, which brings me back to the Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies being plus 2,000 as a 2 seed to me is pretty interesting. I would like to get that Steven Adams news back. I would like to know that Steven Adams is back because one of the things that concerns me about Memphis when you look at their squad right now, I know they continue to win, but when you're without Steven Adams and Brandon Clark, and it's not even like that those two guys are super duper stars on their team, but without both of them, you're left with Xavier Tillman. And I like Xavier Tillman. Xavier Tillman's nice, but that's like their only big right now. So you are heavily relying on chaos basketball. They need a lot of turnovers. They need a lot of points off the break. And those are less, you're less likely to see those in a playoff situation than you are in the regular season. The regular season, the intensity is a little bit lower. You see more turnovers. You see more fast break points. You don't see that a ton in the playoffs. So I think that is my bigger concern with the Grizz. Regulators said Daryl Morey's belief is that if you have a 10% chance to win, you have to go for it. There you go. Well, Daryl Morey said so. Andre says even if you think the Lakers can only win one series, it's a good sprinkle to just cash out. You know what I would say, Andre, though, if that's your bet, just bet on them to win the one series. When it all comes out, you will see the odds to win the series against whoever they're playing. Do it. Yeah, regulator said Steven Adams is like Wiggins for Warriors. Yeah, I do. We need that news. I will say though, I think the Warriors bet's fine. I think I like the Grizzlies bet the best. The Clippers, I just don't believe in. We haven't gotten a Paul George update yet. We should get one later this week, early next week, I would think. But from even the Clippers came out and said, I don't think we're going to have Paul George back. So if Paul George is back, to me, the Clippers are dead. And there's like a real possibility that the Clippers fall into the play-in game. So I don't know. I'm kind of out on them. Then we see the cat. Ooh, someone's burning out right outside. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go, dude. Looking at the Cavs, man, plus 3,200. The Cavs have to go through New York, who bing bong. They lost to them this week, right? And then they would have to turn around and play Milwaukee. And I don't know how I feel about that. You want to get real weird, though? The third best team in the West, light the beam, Sacramento, plus 6,500. And that's what's so crazy, right? When you look at the Western Conference, the 4 seed has the best. It goes 4 seed, 1 seed, 6 seed, 2 seed, 7 seed, like 5 seed, and then 3 seed. The 3 seed is all the way down here, plus 6,500. I know no one believes in the Kings, but here's the thing. If the Kings play the first, say they play, whether it's whoever it is, whether it's the Lakers, the Clippers, or the Warriors, if they win the first round, what do you think their odds look like after that? Like, I feel like the whole perception changes after they get out of the first round. And maybe people just are like, I don't believe in them. I don't know. I think the Kings, listen, I think the Kings are the most likely favorite to lose in the first round. However, I don't think that line is as heavy as everyone else thinks it is. I think the Kings are better than people are given credit for. What big in the West can kill the Kings for being small? Lakers are the only ones, in my opinion. Denver can. I think the Warriors are kind of a tough matchup for. Like, if I'm Sacramento, I'm rooting hard for the Clippers to be the 6th seed. Because I don't think they're going to have Paul George. Without Paul George, the Clippers can't make a run. I don't know. I kind of like the Kings. All right, regulator wants to talk about the Cavs a little bit. With that defense and Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, I think they're a year away. They need Mobley to take and Mobley has been taking a leap. There was a good article, was it on SB Nation? I forget where it was, about Mobley's case for Defensive Player of the Year, which he shouldn't win. But the fact that he's in the conversation as a second-year player is pretty intriguing. They can play defense. They have these bigs they can throw at Giannis and Brook Lopez. I just think they're a year away. They need Mobley to take a super-duper leap in the playoffs. I know they've got 2 playmaking guards in Garland and Mitchell, but their wing, I mean, I don't know. Lamar Stevens, Okoro, LeVert, I don't know. I don't think so. Will Randall be healthy in round 1? No. Well, even if he is healthy, I think I'm taking Cleveland in the first round. Sorry, Knicks fans. I think I am still taking Cleveland in the first round, but yeah, I don't know. All right, let's keep looking. Miami Heat, dude. How about Heat culture? Plus 12,000. Raptors, Wolves, Pels. All right. Here's a stupid one. Pels plus 18,000. All right. No. I'm not saying anybody should bet on this. But what if I told you the New Orleans Pelicans, who at one point were the best team in the Western Conference this season. Maybe get Zion back. Maybe we get word Zion comes back. They've been playing really good basketball. Brandon Ingram's having like the best stretch in his career. What if they get Zion back? Because there's an outside shot. Let's go back actually over to the standings. Let's go back over to the standings here. And when you look at the Pels are in the 8th seed right now, but the same amount of losses as the Clippers, the Warriors, and the Lakers. And I believe the Lakers have the best like tie-breaking scenario. But say they get word that that Zion's coming back, and then they finish in the 6th seed. Then they get the Kings in the first round. And then all of a sudden, what do you think their odds are if they get past the Kings in the first round? I'm not saying it's a good bet. I'm just saying it's a fun bet. Oh, wait. Also, you know what we should freaking do? Oh, my God. I can't believe I haven't done this yet. None of this is financial advice. Do what you love what you do. Something like that, right? I don't know. I kind of like it. Again, we can look at the Pels. The Pels have tough games coming up. If we look at the schedule here, we should just look at the schedule anyways to see what games we have going on. I got to tell you, I like this new setup here on StreamYard. Josh says, I love how good the NBA as a whole is this year. Postseason will be exciting. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the postseason. Obviously, I'm really excited about the postseason. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try to adjust this layout one more time. I like that oh, no, I can't do it. What if I make it a little bit smaller now and a little bit smaller now? What does that look? All right, I was trying to get it kitty cord in there. Whatever. Anyways, all right, let me. I agree. I'm pretty excited about the playoff. Matthew says, I think Sacramento's offense will get figured out, for lack of a better term, in a full series. They don't have a player like KD, LeBron, Giannis, Steph who can get their points no matter what the defense does. The only caveat I would say is De'Aaron Fox has proven to be by the data analytics, the most clutch player this season. So when the defense gets toughest at the end of the games, he's still like rising up and getting buckets. So I don't know. It's hard to give them credit for something they haven't done yet, right? So it's hard to be like, yeah, actually, I think they can win in the playoffs when we haven't seen them go to the playoffs since I was a baby. So again, I totally get that the Kings are the most likely to fall in the first round as the favorite. And they won't even be the favorite. Like if they play the Warriors, I guarantee you they won't be the favorite in that series. I just think too many people are already throwing them out. What Like in Book says, 2 potential NBA firsts. All 4 Cali teams make the playoffs, and all 3 Texas teams make the playoffs. Miss the playoffs. Yeah, I was gonna say those Texas teams are not making. There we go. That's a little fun fact. You're gonna send that to Tim Bontemps, who put that on the Hoop Collective trivia. Patrick says we need that motto on a team hold shirt. It's not a good bet, but it's a fun bet. As Jack Settleman would say, it's a content play. Do the Nets have any chance to get out of the first round? If you want to make a Nets bet, it's because you think Harden really does some Harden stuff and Embiid gets hurt. So I think they're going to be frisky. I can see them winning a game or 2 in that first round. I don't really think they can get past Philly. As much as I like to make fun of Philly and Harden, Philly seems to be a good team. So I think Philly's been good all year. So it wouldn't be fair to count them out. All right. So tonight, look at all these games. Oh, this is a terrible night for fantasy stuff. Toronto and Charlotte, who cares? Milwaukee, who cares? Brooklyn and Minnesota. This is a pretty important game for Minnesota. Brooklyn, too, they win this game. They pretty much lock up that 6th seed. Boston at Philly, Atlanta and Chicago. We get jockeying for the 8 seeds, but that's kind of important. Memphis at Portland, whatever. Lakers at Utah. Walker Kessler's now been ruled out with that whole he's got concuss. He's got a concussion, so he's out. So and Utah's trying to lose. So that's good. OKC at Golden State. Now, this is a good pivot because Golden State really has been Oklahoma City has really been just on fumes. We talked about it yesterday, but some news came out yesterday from Sharania that Luka and Kyrie are probably going to get or might get shut down, so the Mavericks can try to make sure that they recoup their first round pick instead of it going to the Knicks, because if it's 11 or higher, the pick goes to the Knicks. So anything 11 and it's top 10 protected, their first round. So with them currently they're in the 10 spot right now, and I think they could lose their way into the 9 spot. But so they're talking about sitting Luka and Kyrie. The first thing I will say about that, they've done a fine enough job losing games with Luka and Kyrie, so I don't know how much sitting them would help. But if you are a bag holder on So Rare of Josh Green, of Jaden Hardy, of Christian Wood, they might start getting some big buckets. So get excited for that here for the last 2 game weeks of the regular season. All right, Top Shot Comment Man saying no way BS. I will say, dude, so thinking about it as an organization, it's definitely the right thing to do. I think it's the right thing to do. You want to get that top 10 pick because like otherwise you're sacrificing a first round pick to get bounced in the playing game. And I wonder, I don't know, maybe they won't do it. Maybe they won't do it. But something to pay attention to. Anyways, I think that OKC might get in and default. And like when you look at those standings, it makes me like I love OKC. I want them to make the playoffs. I think they're a really fun team to watch. I mean, you just got to win one game. Who knows? But my money would be like Minnesota beats OKC, Lakers beat the Pels, and then it's Minnesota versus the Pelicans for the 8th seed. And I think that's best case scenario for Denver too, because I think Denver wins those series against both those teams. Minnesota might be a little frisky. I mean, I already just told you to bet on Pelicans to win the finals. Keeping the top 10 pick hurts them. It will keep them from trading future picks this summer. I mean, that's true. That is true. When was the last time KD and Braun played against each other? Seems like forever. Probably, yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. The finals? I don't know. But yeah, anyways, all right, let's go back to the schedule here. No, come on, back to this. There we go. Back to live. All right, so that's tonight. Tomorrow night, we get a handful of games too. I just wanted to highlight some of the good ones. Boston and Toronto, Milwaukee and Chicago, Memphis and New Orleans. Again, all that New Orleans game is going to be massive. And then the Clippers at the Lakers, which is a pretty big playoff. Like if the Lakers win this game, the Lakers are pretty much this. Well, not pretty. If the Lakers win tonight and tomorrow, they are the 6th seed, or at least the 60. So that's going to be great. I can't believe we've got Lakers Clippers games that are going to matter, and then Dallas and Sacramento. And Sacramento's like pretty much in that 3 seed. So that's the other like wrinkle to the rest of these games, right? Is that Dallas, Sacramento could just choose to sit their guys. So if OKC loses tonight, and then Sacramento's like, hey, we're good in the 3 seed, we're going to sit our guys. Then Dallas goes out there and wins. All of a sudden, Dallas is right back in it. So. Yeah, man, wild. And then Thursday, we have Cleveland and Orlando, Miami and Philly, Portland and San Antonio, OKC and Utah. OKC's got to win that game. And then Denver at Phoenix, which will be kind of fun. But again, with Denver winning against the Warriors without Jokic and Memphis losing that game, they kind of like locked in that 1 seed. So I wonder, like, they might just rest Jokic the rest of the way. I don't know. Maybe have him play the first half or something like that. And then what else we got? Friday night, Boston and Toronto again, Atlanta and Philly. Anything else that we need to highlight? Milwaukee and Memphis could be fun if everybody's playing. Dallas and Chicago, New York and New Orleans, Golden State, Sacramento, and then Los Angeles and Phoenix. So the Lakers have Utah, should be a dub, and then Clippers and Phoenix. And is that it for their games? And then Saturday, and then this is the last day of the season. The last day of the season is on Sunday. We're almost there. And then we go right into the play-in. No Heat love. That's okay. They don't deserve it. Yeah, the Heat are pretty bad. Look at this slate on Sunday. Just everybody play one more game. They either start at 1 or 3:30. It's like the NFL, baby. It's like, so there's no scoreboard watching. So how about Pat Bev extending his playoff streak? Going to need the Bulls to pull it out. That's true. Yeah, Chicago can get to the playoffs. Yeah, the East playing games are wide open too, mainly because, man, I like Atlanta. No one looks good. Atlanta doesn't look good. Miami doesn't look good. Chicago looks good and then looks terrible. Toronto looks, weird. I don't know. It's going to be, I don't know. I'm jacked up. I'm jacked up for so many teams that we can stop talking about. We'll say goodbye to a lot of those teams. I'm excited for like meaningful games. We'll have some playbacks ready for the plan. I'm hyped. All right, here we go. Let's remind the people of a little giveaway. Then we'll do a little top 50. So all you got to do is, let's see. What does it look like? Oh, look at that too. Like the stream, subscribe, #sleepers. Put that in the chat. We'll give away a bottom shot moment here towards the end. We're going to do, look at, did we change our YouTube name? Basketball Source PH, dude. Does the sources say? Hi, son. There we go. All right, we're going to do a little mental health check, talk about some HJs so I can cough a little bit, and then we'll fire up the top 50. I'm sorry this didn't come with a hand job. I just don't think it's included in the airdrops. That's stylistically, that's tough to include that in an airdrop. Of course, dude. I remember all of my friends. I remember everybody. Borland said this is a fun one. Hey, oh, you know what, dude? Let's fire up a poll. Let's fire up a poll. Hold on here. I'm realizing what I'm doing wrong in the live chat when I'm trying to do it. So here we go. Let's fire up a poll. Let's start a poll. Do you consider the play-in the playoffs? Playoffs? And we'll do yes. Oh no! Look at us, 2 polls in the same day. Are you kidding me, bro? All right, here we go. Fill out the answers there. Fill out the answers there. And I'm curious how the votes roll in. And as people vote, I'm just gonna say no, I don't. I do not consider that. You know why? Because the NBA doesn't consider the playoffs either. You got to be the top 8. You got to be the top 8. It's not a playoff. If you're the playing game, that's like if you make the consolation tournament. Does that count? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You got to win. You got to win your playing spots. You got to win your playoff spots, baby. Do you always cough on HJs? LOL. LOL, regulator. LOL. All right, let's see. How do people feel? Oh, 53% say yes right now. Y'all are crazy. That's in the play. You finished 10th in the West. That's not a playoff spot. Come on. You softies, bunch of millennials and Gen Zs in the chat. Everybody gets a trophy. Everybody gets a trophy. The play. No, you guys are losers. All right. Well, people say it's for sure the playoffs. Playing is for sure the playoffs. Well, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. The stats in the play-in games do not count as playoff stats. So if LeBron scores 35 points in a play-in game, it does not go to his total playoff total. So what about that? What'd you think about that then? But 7 and 8 finishers from the regular season are top. What? It doesn't count until you play. The 7 seed has to play the 2 seed. The 8 seed plays the 1 seed. Those team make the playoffs. It doesn't count as anything. They're like make-believe stats. They don't count. Because remember, I think, was it Dame? Somebody had an insane play-in game when it was in the bubble. Zach says that will change eventually. Well, Zach, then eventually it will be considered making the playoffs. But right now, it does not. Do those stats just get lost? No, they just never exist. They never exist. Like Poker Pro Eric's girlfriend never existed. Also, I'm saying this super confidently, and I'm like 70% sure. So I would recommend someone Googling it right now. But I'm almost positive. Booker had the crazy games in the bubble. Yeah, remember that Suns team went 8-0 in the bubble and did not make the play-in game. That was close. That was close. Black hole stats. Is that Avenged Sevenfold? What band is that? That's not Avenged Sevenfold. What band is that? I saw PPE get banned from Spaces last night. That was fun. That was fun. Okay, Josh. Look at Josh. Josh is like, expand your brains, expand your minds. It's part of the postseason, but it's not the playoffs. I like that. That's fun, Josh. That's fun. That's like saying it's not you, it's me. All right, let's get into the top shot. I need like Casey Kasem. I'm Casey Kasem. Top shot 50. That's not what Casey Kasem sounds like at all. Soundgarden. There we go. Is that thumbnail real? Yeah, that's Chris Kaman, baby. Chris Kaman. All right, let's go look at the. All right, hold on, Zach. One more time. Also, Zach, are you new here, Zach? I'm glad you're here, man, unless you change your name too. If you're playing in a round where some teams are excluded because of the regular season record, if you win, you advance. How is that not a playoff game? Okay, counter. Why don't the stats count then? It's a play-in playoff game, but it's not an NBA playoff game. Either way, that's a fun conversation. I like it. Thank you. All right, let's go into the Top Shot 50. So the Top Shot released their what the final 50 was. Do you guys remember how the voting happened? Was it like partially NBA PA, partially Top Shot fans, partially fans? Do you guys remember that? Before I pull that up, I wanted to know what I was talking about. Oh, that Boston base, that's your bro? Hell yeah, dude. I feel like that's a lie. Oh, this also, I ended the poll. It's 50-50. Nobody wins. Nobody wins. Nobody wins there. All right, we're gonna scroll over here to the roster reveal. So yesterday, here we go. These were the last ones that were added, and I just want to say, this is bonkers. This is bonkers. Just looking at these, right? It's hilarious, and it's too funny. It's too funny. Oh, dude, thanks. I'm glad you're kind of new. Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it. We love noobs. We love noobs. All right, so these are the last core group that made it. We had Draymond Green, Kyle Kuz, Jeremy Grant, Marcus Smart, Tyrese Maxey, Jared Allen, Franz Wagner, Desmond Bain, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby. So I think people like to get mad about this, and I get it. And I get it that there's a lot of things to be mad about. Wait, did anybody figure out how? I'm looking at the chat here. Did anyone figure out how these were counted? Let me see. Today, the final 10 players in this exclusive list voted on by the players and for the players are being revealed. So, okay, so it's voted on by the players. So that means the players thinks OG Anunoby is a top 50 player. Can we just talk about OG Anunoby for a second? And I know there's a lot of hashtag We the North people in the chat. OG Anunoby is not even the best player on his own team. So it makes me wonder, like, do like the elite scorers in the NBA just like really think OG Anunoby's defense is that good? But OG Anunoby making it over Siakam or Fred VanVleet seems wild to me. Seems absolutely wild to me. That's true too. I wonder how many guys actually voted. Yeah, so I don't know where I was trying to find. I see Basketball Sources question. I was having a tough time finding the actual list too. But what you can do is go to the Top Shot site, and I'll drop this link. It's oops, that's not what I meant to do. Hold on, refresh. It's NBATopShot.com/top50. And I just don't get it here. So the first wave that was voted in: Anthony Davis, Stephen Curry, Ja Morant, Jason Tatum, Luka, SGA, Joel Embiid, Devin Booker, Jaylen Brown, KD, right? All this makes sense. And now let's be honest too. Once we get down to 50, there's going to be some weird stuff happening. Okay. Once we get down to 50, of course, there's going to be some hot takes. The wave 2, we had Giannis, Anthony Edwards, De'Aaron Fox, DeMar DeRozan, Lauri Markkanen, LeBron, Nikola Jokic, Dame Time, Bam Adebayo, Tyrese Halliburton. That's wave 2. Bam getting in before some of these guys is hilarious to me, but maybe that was voted on really early. OG is the type of player that NBA players would appreciate, but the average fan wouldn't. Listen, Top Shot Tesla, I'm not saying I'm out on OG. I like OG as a basketball player, but I think it's wild that he is like the top 50. Question, do you think missing games affected this at all or no? No, probably not. Not if the players vote on it, because the players feel like you should be able to miss like 50 games and then be on the All-NBA team. All right, wave 3, Kyrie, James Harden, The Claw, Donovan Mitchell, Brunsanity, Jamal Murray, Drew Holiday, Zach LaVine, Julius Randle, Paul George. That's fine with me. Wave 4, Jimmy Buckets, Bradley Beal, Brolo, Chris Paul, Darius Garland, DeJounte, Jaren Jackson Jr., Trae Young, Klay Thompson, Sabonbon. Sabonbon not getting into wave 4, I think, is wild. I love Jalen, but he made it before Giannis and Jokic. You know what? I don't did he make it before Giannis and Jokic? Yeah, he did. I don't know if this is like the best of the best in that round. That's a great point, Ryan. That must, I wonder if like only certain, I don't know how they did it. Where's LaMelo Ball? Yeah, great question. And then it went Jeremy Grant, Marcus Smart, Desmond Bain, Franz, Jared Allen, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Maxey, Dre Time, and Kyle Kuzma. So I think it's kind of funny that the second and third best Washington Wizards made it over the best Washington Wizard. I think by far the best Wizard this year, Kristaps Porzingis. It's not close. And I know it's not fun to like the Zanger, right? And I think we have like a bad stigma about Zanger just because he's always hurt. He's got bad vibes in New York. Go do a quick Google if you'd like. But to put Kyle Kuzma and Bradley Beal over Kristaps Porzingis, what are we doing? What are we doing? Marcus Smart has been arguably should be a bench player for the Celtics this year. He's been really bad. He's been really bad this season. He's been hurt a little bit too. That's an insane list. I agree. It's like everybody did shrooms when they got to the last wave. Franz Wagner, whatever. You know what's funny though? Franz is the second best player on his team. Paolo Banchero, and like maybe they're like, dude, we can't give it to a rookie. No rookies allowed. I mean, he's got to be on there. He's got to be on there. Yeah, Brogdon over Smart. Even Derek White's been better than Smart. Yeah, no way. Jeremy Grant too. Like Jeremy Grant's solid, but God, that team's been so bad. That team's been so bad. Brun, KP, and Luka were on the same team, almost as bad as having KD, Harden, and Westbrook and OKC, but not getting it done. I know. There you go. There you go. Who else are your biggest snubs that should have made it that didn't make it? No Pelicans. Yeah, Brandon Ingram. And maybe it's because they're just like Ingram missed so much time, whatever. But Ingram absolutely is on this list before everybody in this last row. Everybody on this last row. I think that's crazy. You say Franz over Banchero 100%? Man, I don't know, man. Paolo's been their go-to guy this entire year. Yeah, Al Horford. Yeah, I don't know, Al Horford. CJ, I mean, like, I would at least, I don't know if CJ's top 50, but man. Yeah, I don't know. Gobert. No, Rudy shouldn't be on there. But yeah, I don't know. This is this bottom half, it seems like everybody gave up. It seems like they gave up and they're like, we just need to finish the 50. All we got to do is finish this and then we'll get out of here. You know, it's like when you're like, I do not know the answers to the test, so let's just write down C 5 times and get out of here. Yeah, this is a weird. Any other snubs that were missing? Yeah, I think both of them are on there, right? Didn't we say? Yeah, Brooke Lopez is right here. I think Drew Holiday is right there, so that makes sense. And like, I don't know, maybe they felt pressure to get yeah, Mobley. Mobley was the other one. That's wild that Mobley's not on there. That's wild that he's not on there. Franz was hot in the seat. Well, so I wonder too, like, I wonder if they wanted to, like they did it this way, right? Where they voted at the very beginning of the season. If they voted for all of them at the beginning of the season, then that explains why. No, that doesn't explain why Jaylen Brown was over Giannis at the beginning. If they voted the whole thing at the beginning of the season, this is dumb. That's what I would say. This is dumb because then we did it way before. Because right, that when did they announce the first wave? The first wave was like really early in the season, right? Man, I don't know. I need more information, but I don't want to go. Ooh, I almost made a joke. I want to make sure that I know what I'm talking about before I trash it. But yeah, Josh Giddey. Wait, did we say SGA's name? We must have. Oh my God. No, this is wrong. Okay, he was in the first wave. I was like, holy shit. I was like, this dude averaged like 33 points a game. Where was Cat? Nah, Cat missed way too much time. OG Anunoby vote. Whatever, dude. Vote for yourself, man. Vote for yourself. Yeah, man. Anyways, I this is what I will say too, because it seems a little fud. No matter what list you come up with a top 50, there's going to be like 10 people we're pissed off about either way that got in or didn't get in. That's just normal. I like that this is at least Zach LaVine's on there, I thought. But I like that this is at least an attempt to create a snapshot of the best players on the list. No, I love Giddey. Shout out Josh Giddey. Helped me get to a fantasy basketball championship this year. I'm a big Giddey fan. I'm a big OKC fan. I just don't know. Who are you putting Giddey over here? Oh, I guess over Jeremy Grant, Marcus Smart, and OG Anunoby. All right, I'm back in. Yeah, Josh Giddey should have made it over those guys. I'm with you. They probably had all the votes that just slowly rolled out the results throughout the year. Guessing waves don't really matter. See, if they did that, I wish they voted in like March because I want a better capsule. I want a better time capsule. I want a better feel for this entire season. If you voted in December and for the top 50, and we've only had a couple of months, that's not capturing this season, right? DeMar DeRozan. Is DeMar DeRozan there? Let's see. Is DeRozan in there? He's got to be. DeMar. Although I don't. Wow. Oh yeah, he is. Wave 2. Yeah. All right. I got questions. Did Randall make it? I thought he did. He must have. If we're saying obvious names like that, he must. Yeah, Julius Randle. Let's give a Randall drop, huh? For our friend Julius.
Regular season Randall.
Yeah, I don't know. You play better D than Giddey? That's fine. Yeah. You can use Control F, Mike. Nah, dude, come on. The content's better when we scroll. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I love this idea. I love that we're doing it. I just hope. I wonder if we'll get some clarity about when they voted, how they voted, because I think the better way to do it, if you're going to do the top 50, you can't vote in December. You can't vote. No, Dwayne Bacon did not make it. Snoopaloo. I will not be goaded into playing videos. Paul George, yeah, Paul PG's in there, right? You can see him right there. There he is. PG 13, PG Trace. All right, hey, let's do a quick reminder here. Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag sleepers into the chat. We're going to spin for a top shot moment here in a second. Is Kevin Knox on there? Scotty Barnes. No, I mean, would you? All right, let me ask Top Shot Tesla. Top Shot Tesla, who's the best Raptor on the roster right now? Because I know he's our We the North fan right now. He's our We the North guy in the chat. Who's your favorite one? Your favorite one right now? Or not favorite. Who's the best Raptor on the team? Who's the best Raptor on the team? I need to know. Tell me, baby girl, because I need to know. People just say, yeah, Pascal. That's what I'm saying. So isn't it wild that OG made it over Siakam? If Cade hadn't gotten hurt, would he have made the list? Maybe, probably. I don't know. His stats would have been insane. Yeah, I think Siakam, honestly, I think Siakam's the biggest snub on this list. Siakam's put up crazy numbers. No, I'm saying right now. Right here, right now. Who's that? The players did. The players voted We the People. If Mobley didn't make it, Cade probably wouldn't have either. Yeah, maybe they were just out on second-year players. Also, LaMelo Ball didn't make it, too. LaMelo Ball didn't play a ton, so maybe it's injury-related. I don't know. I think Wiseman's a bigger snub. Man, I wish we had a Wiseman drop. I would smash a Wiseman drop right now. All right, here we go. A couple of things, just a few little reminders, baby. So 5 o'clock tonight, we get a full house for Live Before Lock. Our man George St. Ledger is it George St. Ledger? Our man George from Swingman Pod. He's going to be joining the show to be doing some sick Live Before Lock. Ghost is going to be here. TST is going to be here. We only have 2 game weeks left for the regular season. Tonight and then Friday. 2 more Live Before Locks before we go postseason, baby. And then we change up our schedules a little bit. So tune in at 5 o'clock. We're going to fire up Live Before Lock. We'll give away another rare tier, so rare card, do some projections and whatever, and then get out of there. And then at 7:45, tune into Playback. TV/Team Hold. Our man Sneeps is going to be on there doing some NBA action tonight and maybe some weird ass YouTube videos. So tune into that. That'll be fun. Tomorrow, morning show, bang, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, 9 a.m. Eastern, morning show. 7 p.m. Eastern, 89 Cavs, 9 p.m. Eastern, Shot Tank. 3 shows. Thursday, just the morning show. And then on Friday, we'll have Live Before Lock. I think, too, we're going to continue to do that. If you guys tuned in yesterday, we did some MLB content around So Rare. We're going to keep doing that twice a week as well. I don't know when I'm going to sleep or when I'm not going to talk. T is going to be in the rotation of stuff I consume a little bit more frequently now. But yeah, we're going to be, get excited. We have a lot of content. I'm super excited for the playoffs. We have some really sick short form content coming for you in the next couple of weeks that we've been working on. Veronica's been putting together some really cool stuff. So just, again, I know it's been a couple of weeks now, but just a huge, sincere thank you to everybody that participated in the oversubscribe campaign. That's allowed us to do this. So we're excited for what's coming down the pipeline. And I appreciate everyone being here this morning and having some fun. Look at us. We did 50 minutes of content with not a single game last night, which just proves I can talk about nothing forever. All right, let's do this giveaway. If you win this thing, shoot me a DM at Mike Zakarian or in the Discord. I'm also going to drop a link to the Discord. If you haven't jumped in there, do that yet. We have a lot of fun stuff popping. But let's spin this giveaway here. Winner. Who's it going to be? I'm rooting for Zach just because Zach is new. I'm rooting for Zach. I know I'm not supposed to play favorites, but that's what I'm doing. And it's going to Daniel Lopes, baby. Little D-Lo. Matthew Harrison says oversubscribe is like locking moments. That's true. The value's only going down, baby. No, JK, we mooning. All right, everybody. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Happy Tuesday. We'll see you at 5 o'clock. Also, we get a new intro video for Live Before Lock, so get hyped. All right, we out.